What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, Panther Nation Pantherologists. We are going to be talking about possibly 3 draft trade scenarios that I think we need to be on the lookout for. Teams that obviously are interested in that number 8 pick. And I think it also depends a lot on certain things, certain players, and certain teams. So obviously we will get into that in this video, and I will explain all that and these trades. So we are on a road to 1,000, guys. So let me go ahead and get into talk about that. We are on a road to 1,000 subscribers. How can you help? Well, first off, if you're new to the channel, you hit that pound that like button. Next, then you pound that subscribe button, and then you comment down below. And when you comment, I want you to tell me what you think about the video, but then I also want you to put a number down. The number that you're going to put down is between 1 and 1,000. If you guess this number right, and once I reach 1,000 subscribers, you will receive a Panthers jersey of your choice, or I will give you a Sam Darnold jersey. But it's really up to you, because maybe that's what you want. But really, it's just a current Carolina Panthers player, maybe even a draft selection I might even do, depending on when it happens. And I will order you the jersey, and I will send it to you. And you just got to, the winner will just have to send me their size. So like I said, comment down below. And anyways, click that push notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of the new content. Anyways, so let's go ahead and dive into this bad boy of a video. Okay, so which potential trade offers would tempt the Carolina Panthers into moving down from number 8 overall in the 2021 NFL Draft is the question. Well, the Carolina Panthers put themselves in a good position ahead of the 2021 NFL Draft by trading for Sam Darnold from the New York Jets. Much will depend on whether the signal caller can find a new lease of life in a different environment in terms of their chances. But at least for now, it gives them far more in the way of options at number 8 overall. So I read and been listening, and according to ESPN's NFL insider Adam Schefter, the Panthers have fielded calls from teams investigating just what it would take for them to move up to number 8 later this month, presumably for whichever quarterback is around at that time. This would be a huge gamble for any organization to make before knowing for sure who's going to be there, but they can put preliminary agreement in place with Carolina for a potential move on draft night. So this would give general manager Scott Fitterer more in the way of picks, which he clearly wants, and was a staple of success of the Seattle Seahawks when the front office figure was involved in their draft process. However, if someone like Penny Sewell or Kyle Pitts somehow fell into their laps, they might want to hold fire on any potential move back. The Panthers will know exactly what another team is moving up for, so they should be able to extract maximum value from another franchise in pursuit of a better option at quarterback. With this in mind, here are 3 potential trades with willing suitors that might tempt Carolina into moving down in the first round. So the number 1 trade offer I went with, and it's actually with the New England Patriots. So the Panthers would receive the number 15th overall pick of this year's draft, the number 49th overall pick of this draft, and a first-round pick of 2022's draft. And then the Patriots would obviously receive the number 8 pick. So that was my first trade offer. And one team that I think might be a little more aggressive during this draft this year is the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick clearly did not take kindly to seeing Tom Brady lifting a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in his first season away from the New England Patriots, which also is coincided with the AFC East side relinquishing their crown to the Buffalo Bills and missing the postseason. Belichick was unusually aggressive in free agency, and there's also the small matter of returning veterans who opt out of the 2020 season due to COVID-19. Health concerns consider, New England did bring back former Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton on a 1-year extension. But there is speculation they might also be in the market for a long-term solution if the 2015 NFL MVP fails to make the most of better weapons at his disposal. The Patriots have plenty of selections if they want to make this sort of move, giving up 2 picks this year and a first-round pick of next year might be enough for the Panthers to do a deal. So, Scott Fitter would also possess 2 seconds in the 2021 that could be put extremely good use. New England has reowned for trading back, not moving forward. But they are behaving differently this offseason and will no doubt pull the trigger if they get the chance. So the trade number 2 I want to talk about here next. The Panthers will receive the number 19th overall pick, the 74th overall pick, a first-round pick of next year's draft, and a fourth-round pick of next year's draft. And the Washington football team will receive the number 8 pick. So this is the second trade scenario I've been thinking about with the Washington football team. Now, doing a deal with some familiar faces might be hard to do in the grand scheme of things, but it's important to remember that the Carolina Panthers have all the power in this situation. The organization has no problem staying put at number 8 and getting themselves a legitimate playmaker. So, a franchise left tackle or even a quarterback themselves, despite acquiring Sam Darnold. Carolina will be all too aware of what the Washington football team or any other organization for that matter is trading up for. Former Panthers head coach Ron Rivera made a tremendous start to life in a new environment despite undergoing cancer treatment throughout the campaign, leading his team to a divisional title and a playoff appearance. So they don't appear to be that far away from contending. Washington has a defense that is among the NFL's best, especially on their front seven. But what they do lack is a long-term answer at the most important position on the field. Their signing of Ryan Fitzpatrick in free agency is more of a band-aid considering the veteran's age and miles on the clock. So Taylor Hinkie was brought back after making a really good impression in the postseason, but whether he is a viable long-term option remains to be seen. So going from number 19 into a top 10 pick is going to cost Washington. So the Panthers could extract a first and fourth round picks of next year in addition to a third rounder Washington acquired from the San Francisco when they traded for Trent Williams. So the next trade I want to talk about here. So the Panthers would receive the number 20th overall pick of this year and the 52 overall pick of this year, then a first round of next year and a fourth round of 2022. So with the Bears receiving the number 8 pick. So another team that might want to move up for a new quarterback should the opportunity arise is the Chicago Bears. Their decision to trade up for Mitchell Trubisky at number 2 overall in 2017 was nothing short of a disaster. And now the player is no longer on the team. They might decide to pull the trigger on another talented college recruit who could provide a solution. So what's been ongoing concern for the NFL North outfit? Chicago did sign Andy Dalton in free agency after the veteran performed admirably for the Dallas Cowboys following Dak Prescott's injury in 2021. This doesn't exactly bring the wow factor considering what we've seen from a signal caller throughout his career. So if someone like Trey Lance or Justin Fields is available at number 8, then a call to the Carolina Panthers might not be far behind. Considering what is at stake for head coach Matt Nagy and general manager Ryan Pace next season, a bold move should be considered to try and close the gap between the Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Another campaign of mediocrity could see both influential figures out of the door this time next year. So the Panthers would be in a strong position if negotiations between the two parties took place. I think a lot of these trade scenarios will depend on what the Atlanta Falcons plan to do at the number 4 pick. And there is also the prospect the Denver Broncos moving up a couple of spots in pursuit of a signal caller. So, guys, those are my 3 draft trade scenarios for the Carolina Panthers number 8 pick. It all depends on what Atlanta does, I think, at that number 4 pick. I think we also need to watch what the Eagles do, and I think what Detroit does at number 7. Also, I think Denver Broncos, like I said, is another team you got to watch out for, who's going to jump all over if Trey Lance or Justin Fields is there, because I don't think they're all in on Drew Lock. I honestly think that Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson are probably going to go first, and then it's going to be Justin Fields maybe to San Fran or Trey Lance to San Fran, and then it could be either one to Atlanta. It all depends on that 3 and 4, and then what if anybody else is going to trade up. Obviously, I think that if those 4 guys go, then someone's going to go after Mac Jones. I don't really see Detroit going after Mac Jones, and I really don't even see Mac Jones going to the Eagles. I could see the Eagles going after Devontae Smith, and I could see really Detroit actually taking Kyle Pitts, depending on what their real needs are. And then I see Carolina obviously going. I honestly see Carolina going corner in the first round, whoever, even if they trade with, or even at that 8th pick. I just don't know if Sewell, Pitts, or even Justin Fields or any of those guys are going to be really right there at number 8. I really think that we will probably make a trade with one of these teams. I honestly think between these 3 teams, it could be the possibility. So guys, be on the lookout for my mock draft for each of these trades. I did a mock draft for each one of these trades, and I will be going over that in 3 separate videos. So if you enjoyed today's video, pound that like button, pound the subscribe button. If you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan or an NFL fan, or if you just like what I put out there, comment down below. Let me know what you think. We are on a road to 1,000. Again, the winner will receive a jersey of their choice from obviously a Carolina Panthers player or draft pick or Sam Darnold, whichever one you would like. Obviously, to win that jersey, you have to guess the number between 1 and 1,000 that I have picked. And if you guess it correctly, once I reach 1,000, you will receive that jersey. All right. And click that post notification bell, guys, so you don't miss out on any of the new videos when they do come out. Guys, we're getting close to this draft, so it's getting pretty exciting. So, Panther Nation, Pantherologists, you know what to do. Keep pounding.